What's more challenging, telling a story through fashion or telling a story on film?
They're very, very different. I don't think you could even compare the two. Very different. Fashion moves very quickly. It's really a reflection of where we are culturally. But film is something else. You can tell a different kind of story than you could tell in fashion. So they're very different.
Do they translate into each other at all as an art form?
No, I think because I'm a fashion designer as well, people wanted to make that connection between the two. I mean, certainly because of my experience in fashion, I'm used to telling a story through the framing of a still image, but they're very, very different.
And Colin, I know you've said that you've had trouble leaving George behind after filming ended. Have you ever felt that close to a character before?
I've never felt as close to a character in this particular way before. There have been characters that hang around, and it's probably because it's unearthed some part of yourself that you didn't expect to find, or something that connects or reminds you of somebody that you know or love or something. But I don't think it's ever been quite as strong as this.
And has George's journey led you to see anything in your own life differently for both of you?
You want to take that?
Yes, it has. I mean, it hasn't cured me of my defects or anything. I certainly haven't. I think you'd have to be a Zen master to live in the present in the way that this film would encourage one to do, or contemplate not having tomorrow. Neither of those things are possible for daily life. But certainly to know that ordinary things are to be cherished, not to waste your present moment, not to squander it. I think is something that has very much stayed with me. And also, as I said on the show, for some reason my dad keeps coming back to me, and it's given me an extraordinary appreciation of his qualities. Christopher Ishwood wrote this character. It was reworked and made in Tom's image, and then I come along
and reinvented again by you.
Well, each stage of the adaptation, someone has to bring something very personal, or it can never be personal. And so I think in some ways that's unconsciously what I drew from.
Well, George's journey is something that I was very involved with when I wrote, so it was really, in a sense, my midlife crisis on screen, and there's a lot of my own personal life woven in with that of Christopher Isherwood, and then layered, with Colin's expression of the character. So I think it was really a reminder for me of, the important things in life are really your connections with other people.
The way he handled it, the way he presented it, and the way he got us all to do it, really, is the universality of it. It's about loss, but it's actually about reconnection. And if it's about death, it's actually by making it about death, it is about life. I mean, as soon as you confront the thought of death, love is the very next thing you think about. If it's you that's going to die, you think about the people you love. If it's someone else that's going to die, it's love that kicks in. It's very, very closely connected. So that's what's come up for me. You don't have to have George's exact experiences. I speak about my father, of course, not suicidal, not gay, not the same generation. But it's to do, I think, with the dignity and humanity with which the whole thing has been treated. And it's actually, if I can just add, elegance isn't just skin deep. When you do find this out, I think with Tom.
Well, George's character too. He holds himself together by his outer world. He believes if everything is polished and perfect and shiny, that he will not fall apart. Because inside he's this deeply romantic, and in this moment of time, quite sad guy, grieving, and his exterior surface is what's holding him together inside.
What's your ideal of a perfect day off once the hoopla has died down?
Perfect day off for me is to go to my ranch in New Mexico and do nothing, get on my horse, and not take a shower.
I have a day set aside for staring into space.
That's always good, actually.
Yeah.
Staring into space, that's a good one, too.
All I need.